Welcome students. Let's continue with the chapter that is organic chemistries, some basic principle and techniques. In that we are continuing with the nomenclature of simple aromatic compounds. In the last classes we have completed the nomenclature of the simple organic compounds, that is aliphatic compounds. Then we have moved forward towards the naming of the nomenclature of the complex chain compounds. Okay, then after that we have completed the nomenclature of the alicyclic compounds also. Now we are moving further, and in this part we are going to see the naming nomenclature of the simple aromatic compounds. So aromatic compounds, what are the first we need to know about what are aromatic compounds. So aromatic compounds are those which contains one or more one or more benzene rings in them. Okay, so an aromatic compound has two main types, two main parts. Okay, it has two main parts. The one is nucleus and the other part is the side chain. Okay, so the nucleus, when we are talking about the nucleus, then the nucleus of an aromatic compound, that is the benzene ring, it will be like this. So this will be the nucleus of an aromatic compound, which can be also represented as, okay, a hexagon with three double bonds in them, or we can also represent them like this. Also, we can also represent them with a hexagon, a circle in between. So this is generally termed as the nucleus. And the side chain here can be represented by a hexagon, means the nucleus part of the aromatic compound, and with that an alkyl group or any other group which is attached to this benzene ring. So here this will be termed as the side chain, and the benzene ring is termed as the nucleus. Okay, so when we are naming a aromatic compound, okay, generally when we are naming a aromatic compound, so there mono the aromatic compounds or the derivatives of the aromatic compounds are termed as the monovalent substituted derivatives. Okay, monovalent substituted derivatives, because the formula of the benzene, okay, the chemical formula of the benzene, molecular formula of the benzene is C6H6. Here also you can see that 6 carbon atoms with 6 hydrogen atoms are attached with together in a form of a hexagon, and that is termed as benzene, C6H6. Okay, so here when one hydrogen is being replaced or substituted by another derivative, then it is termed as what? Then it is termed as a C6H5, let it be Xc, and this X is the monovalent group, and this X is the monovalent group here. Okay, which is replacing the hydrogen one of the hydrogen from the benzene ring, and hence the derivatives which are formed, the compounds, new compounds which are formed, they are termed as the monovalent substituted derivatives. Derivatives. Okay. So now, when two hydrogen atoms of a benzene are replaced, okay, means when we are replacing two of the hydrogen atoms from the benzene ring, okay, CH double bond CH, CH double bond CH, CH double bond CH. So this is a benzene ring. Here one hydrogen is being replaced. Then it is termed as a monovalent derivative, and let us say it is replaced by H here. Now if two means one more hydrogen is been replaced in presence of this one derivative group, one monovalent substituted derivative group, one more of the hydrogen is replaced, then the name of that compound, okay, the name of that compound is named on the position, okay, position of that particular replaced hydrogen. Let us say we are naming here, let us say the first hydrogen atom is been replaced here, means after the derivative the first hydrogen is been replaced from the carbon atom. So here the position of that compound will be 2, or either it can be 5, sorry, either it can be 6, okay, it can be 2 or it can be 6. The second, from second, if it is replaced, then it will be having the position of 4, and it will be having position of 5, sorry, 3 and 5, not 4 and 5, it will be 3 and 5. And one more position from which where we can replace the hydrogen is the fourth position. So for the second and the sixth position, when we are moving clockwise, okay, when we are moving in the clockwise direction in the benzene ring, for second and the sixth position, the name of the compound will be taken as the ortho compound, okay, ortho compound. Next is the name of the position for the compound which is having the hydrogen replaced from the third and the fifth position. They are termed as the meta compounds, okay, they are termed as the meta compounds. And when fourth position, okay, fourth position hydrogen is been displaced from the benzene ring, then it is termed as the para compound, okay, it is termed as the para compound. So these are the way to name a compound which is formed from the displacement of the hydrogen atom from the different carbon atoms present in a benzene ring. Now, let's start here naming of the compounds with the aryl groups. Okay, so for the aryl group, generally we call this particular compound as phenyl, benzene ring with a circle. When a CH2 is been attached here, then it is termed as benzyl. Then when a carbon atom with only one H and two of its bond are open, then it is termed as benzal. And if all the three bonds of that particular carbon atom attached to the benzene ring is open, then it is termed as benzo group. Okay, so these are the side chain which can be found out here. Okay, now nomenclature of different, some of the different compounds. So for simple ring of hexagonal ring with a circle in the between, it will be termed as benzene. Benzene ring with a CH3 as the side chain here, it will be termed as the methyl benzene. IUPAC name is methyl benzene, but commonly it is termed as, common name is toluene. 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 Okay. Next, more longer chain is there, such as CH2, CH3. Then it will be ethyl benzene. Ethyl benzene. Okay. Now, if one CH3 is attached in the, sorry, two CH3 are attached on the adjacent carbon atoms, then the name, IUPAC name of this carbon atom, this particular compound will become 1, 2 dimethyl benzene. Okay, 1, 2 dimethyl benzene. And the common name of this compound will become ortho xylene. Here ortho is telling that the second CH3 group is attached to the second number of the carbon atom. Okay, from that of the primary derivative, it is attached to the second number of the carbon atom. So the name of this compound will become orthoxylene. If the position of the second CH3 group is changed to the third position, then it will be termed as 1, 3 dimethyl benzene or metaxylene. If it is been replaced to the fourth position, then the name of compound will be 1, 4 dimethyl benzene, that is paraxylene. Paraxylene. Okay, so O, P and M. O for the ortho, P for the para and M for the meta is being used for denoting the position. Now, if all the three positions, if three positions which I am denoting here, such as CS3, the third position also CS3, and the fifth position also CS3, then this compound is termed as 1, 3, 5 trimethyl benzene, and the name of this compound is mesitylene. Okay, now a longer chain is been attached out here with the benzene ring CH, CS3, CS3. So here the name of this compound will become, here we will consider this particular propyl chain as the side chain here. Okay, so second number carbon atom is been attached with the benzene ring, so the name of this compound become 2-propyl benzene. 2-propyl benzene. Okay, now if two benzene rings are attached with one another like this, okay, if two benzene rings are attached with one another like this, then it is termed as naphthalene. Naphthalene. Okay, if three benzene rings are attached like this, then it will be termed as anthracene. Okay, so like this, the different names of the compounds can be taken when two or more benzene rings are attached with one another. Similarly, when chlorine is attached to the benzene ring, then the name of this compound will become chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene. Now, if the chlorine is attached with the CS3 group on the benzene, CS3, then Cl, here the name of this compound will become 2-chlorotoluene. 2-chlorotoluene, or also we can call it as this is the second position, so the second position is termed as the ortho position, so the name of this compound will become orthochlorotoluene. Orthochlorotoluene. Now if two chlorine atoms are attached to the benzene ring, then the name of this compound will be 1,2-dichlorotoluene, dichlorobenzene, or we can also term it as ortho dichlorobenzene. Okay, CH2Cl is attached to the benzene ring, then it will be called as phenyl. Here what will happen, as the functional group is attached to this chain, so the phenyl or the benzene ring will be termed as what? It will be termed as the side chain, and it will be taken to the prefix part, and the main chain will become the CH2Cl. So the name of this compound will become phenyl chloromethane. Phenyl chloromethane. Okay. Similarly, CHCl2. Here also the phenyl group will be termed as the substitute group here, side chain here, and the name of this compound will become phenyl dichloromethane, or also we can call them as benzal chloride. Benzal chloride. And if phenyl ring is attached to CCl3, okay, CCl3, so here it will be phenyl trichloromethane, but its common name can be benzochloride. Benzochloride. Okay. Now, if some more functional groups such as alcohols are attached, then it will be termed as phenol. Alcohol with a CH3 is attached, then it is termed as 2-methyl, because more preferable group here is the phenol group, means alcohol group, so it will be given as the first position, this will be the second position. Okay, so the name of this compound will be 2-methyl phenol, or orthocresol. The name of this compound will be orthocresol. If the alcohol group is attached to the chain, so here the phenyl ring will be taken as the substitute chain here, and the name of this compound will become benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol. Okay. Then for 2OH group attached to the phenyl ring, like this, it will be catechol or catechol, and then IUPAC name will be 1,2 dihydroxybenzene. Dihydroxybenzene. Okay. If it is attached in the third position, the 2OH, one is in the first position and another one is the third position, then it is resorcinol 1,3 dihydroxybenzene. And in the fourth position, like this, OH, so it will be quinol or 1,4 dihydroxybenzene. Dihydroxybenzene. Okay, so These are the some of the ways in order to name the aromatic rings. Okay. Now let's move and see the next topic, that is the isomerism. So what is isomerism? The phenomena of existence of two or more compounds possessing the same molecular formula but different properties is called isomerism. Is called isomerism. Okay, so there are two types of isomerism. If I am going to classify the isomerism, then it can be classified into two types. Isomerism. First type is the structural isomerism. Structural isomerism. And the second type is the stereoisomerism. Stereoisomerism. Okay, so structural isomerism. Structural isomerism. What is structural isomerism? The compounds having same molecular formula. Okay, the compounds having same molecular formula but different structures, that is arrangement of atoms or groups, atoms or groups of atoms, groups of atoms within the molecules are called structural isomerism. Structural isomerism. And sorry, they are called structural isomers. Okay, and phenomena is phenomena is structural isomerism. Structural isomerism. Okay, so types of structural, if I am going to talk about the types of structural isomerism. So in the classification of the structural isomerism, the first one is the skeletal isomerism. Second one is the skeletal, or it is also termed as chain isomerism. Second one will be the position isomerism. Third one will be the functional group isomerism. Fourth one will be the metamerism. Okay, so these are the different structural isomerism. Okay, types of isomerism, and in this, these are the different types of structural isomerism. In which four types are there? First one is the skeletal, second one is the position, third one is the functional, and fourth one is the metamerism. Metamerism is a special type of isomerism. It can be considered as a next type of isomerism, but generally it is included in the structural isomerism. It is termed as the classification of the structural isomerism only. So we will discuss about detail about this isomerism types, classification of structural isomerisms, and also about the stereoisomerism in the next class. So for today's class, I am closing the class here only. In the next class, we will meet. So for then, thank you.